Welcome to this episode of Messy Can't Stop Her, the podcast where we share the stories of women's resilience through chaos, crisis, and challenges of life. I am your host, Judith Cambia Obatusa, JKO. It is Women's History Month, a period set aside to acknowledge the experiences of women and celebrate their accomplishments. As a woman, this delights me because many of us have endured many struggles to be able to get our voices heard. It also reminds me that sadly, many women are still muzzled in their voice and opportunity to reach or even grasp their potential. Yes, women have been silenced for centuries, but now things are opening up for us. However, many of us still struggle with the idea that we are not good enough to live our dreams. We are not educated enough. We are not experienced enough, and many other not enoughs. When we do try to step up, despite the screams of the naysayers within and around us, we're so scared that people will soon discover how we're not enough and expose us. Experts have called this imposter syndrome. These thoughts many times come from our fixation on our past mistakes, failures, and wrong choices. Like a stone around our ankle, we sink in the ocean of opportunity instead of swimming to success. Because of this, many of us live unfulfilled lives, sinking into the mess of our imperfect lives, ashamed of our imperfect past or present, and unable to move into the future that's possible for us. We may be taking micro steps forward, but the thoughts of our inadequacies keep us on the one step forward, many steps backward carousel. Today, I would like us to consider the fact that there is strength in our failures. There is value in our imperfections. What if your past mistake, failure, or wrong choice has qualified you to step up to the podium of life? Consider that truth for a minute. The Japanese art form of Kintsugi, which means golden joinery, encourages us to see the beauty in our imperfections. Kintsugi highlights the cracks in broken pottery by repairing them with liquid gold, invariably increasing the strength and value of the repaired piece in comparison with the former whole and uncracked piece. Kintsugi encourages us to see the cracks as an event in the lifetime of the article, rather than the end of the value that it can offer. It also reminds us that breakages can become valuable depending on how we treat the broken. My harshest critics and cruelest judges have been women, but my most empowering cheerleaders have also been women. Whether with a critic or cheerleader, both need your buy-in, both need my buy-in for their position to stick. So, the critic who sees my failures and my mistakes as a reason for me not to be in a particular position, a reason for me not to try something that I want to try, would need my agreement or my buy-in for what they're saying to stop me from making progress. And my cheerleader also needs the same. So if I'm judged harshly because of my past mistake or even my being different, for that to damage me, I will have to accept it. I will have to give in to my thoughts of being less than for the less than treatment I receive from another woman to have that negative impact. In the same way, I will have to say no to my feelings of inadequacy for the encouragement of my cheerleader to affect me positively. At the end, both the good and bad need my agreement to affect me. So I want to challenge us to embrace whatever past we see as a damage to ourselves, which shows up as feeling like we're not good enough. I like you to say it like this: that addiction or lifestyle you've grappled with or you're grappling with has equipped you to understand and support others in similar struggles. You're now better qualified to provide guidance to a parent whose child is going through similar struggles, for example. You're now more empathetic with people wading through the miasma of wrong life choices. What I'm trying to say is that, like liquid gold highlights the cracks in Kintsugi, you can highlight your mistakes and failures with the gold of vulnerability, transparency, thereby becoming more valuable to others in life's trenches. So you can highlight the cracks, the failures, your mistakes by using them as learning opportunities or teaching opportunities for others. So what you've learned from the past and how you've surmounted the obstacles that the past posed to you can become something you use to help others navigate their own challenges. For many women, every day is bogged down by the challenges in their lives. But your story, your experience may be just the catalyst for them to start moving forward. This doesn't mean that those thoughts reminding you of what you don't have or what makes you less than will stop. But when they come to you, please always clap back at them and remind them that those mistakes, those failures, those inadequacies they're trying to say make you not good enough are what make you more valuable. In last week's episode of Mercy Can't Stop Her, we had Shwanda Onwachi, and she talked about how when she was broken, other women broke her down. Now, in this Women's History Month and moving forward as the wonderful women that we are we going to be the woman that cheers another woman up? Even when she's feeling inadequate, remind her that those things she's thinking make her inadequate actually make her more valuable. Or are we going to be the woman who, when we see another woman trying to move forward, remind her that she's too inadequate to move forward? Treat her differently because we think that her class is so different from ours. Will we be those women who bring up our sisters, or will we be the ones that push them down? Regardless of where we are in our lives, what the challenges are, I want to tell you, you are not a mistake. It was not a mistake that you came here as a woman. You are enough, despite the naysayers. The world will be less than if you were not here. For this Women's History Month, I would love to sing you a song to remind you, my darling sister, my awesome queen, my undefeatable Amazon, that it couldn't have been a mistake. It couldn't have been a mistake. It couldn't have been a mistake that the Lord has made you a woman. It has been planned I woke up just one morning and looked around the world. I wondered what it could have been without a woman. I woke up just this morning and looked around the world. I wondered what it could have been without you, my sister. It couldn't have been a mistake. It couldn't have been a mistake. It couldn't have been a mistake that the Lord has made you a woman. It has been planned that the Lord has made you a woman. It has been planned. Don't stop showing up. Don't stop stepping up. You are not a mistake. Your mistakes make you more valuable. Happy Women's History Month to you, my ladies, my sisters, my queens. Thanks so much for listening. See you next time.